A very warm welcome back to Shanghai. As you can see, the sun is shining outside, but we are inside because we are here for the Dota 2 Asia Championships 2017. Halfway through the day of day 2. The group stage is very much upon us. We've got one more day, of course, of the group stages tomorrow, which will finalise the top 2 in groups A and B. We've also got the quarter-final of the 1v1 matchups tomorrow as well. We've seen a little hint of what you can expect in that. We've seen Samael on SF already today, so I'm looking forward to the 1v1s tomorrow. There might be a bit of fun, but I'm pretty sure the players are going to be taking them very seriously. Talking of seriously, we've changed our couch as well. We've got 2 very serious men alongside us right now.
We're serious?
Yeah.
Well, I was kind of building you up, Cap,
Serious
and
about each other.
Melini as well. It's nice to have you 2 on the...
That was good. Smooth.
This is like old times in a way. It's just like old school desks. We've done a few desks together over the last few years.
Yeah, we have.
But it feels like we haven't done one for a while, so this is quite cool.
Reunited.
It's nice.
Reunited. We're going to get into our match very shortly. Wings versus Faceless. The draft is not too far away. If I asked you what's been the highlight of the day so far, I think I know what it would be.
Oh, definitely. PBD flaming everyone. That was.
Okay, so you got to
Great.
fill me in because I was
Okay.
casting. I missed
I
this.
just asked a very straightforward question. We were talking about roles, and it was really cool because actually we went into the next match and Miracle changed role. He went support and
I
Sanky.
heard about this. I
And
heard it was a disaster.
GH went Naga. It was sort of a disaster, but they
Okay.
won the match.
Mhm.
They won in the end, so it was okay. Weirdly, we were talking just before that happened about players changing roles. So I said to PPD, in a very serious voice, so, what do you think of players changing? Why can some change and some can't? Players like Demon can play lots of different positions, or Eternal Envy over his career has played lots of different positions. And he started to answer, and then, of course, he said, you can't really compare players like that with players like Fear.
You didn't do the scoff too. He's
No,
like,
I
can't even compare the
I
two.
can't do that.
He's like, you're trying to compare Demon and EE to Fear. And then Shiver's like, well, what about Samael then? Samael doesn't even need a switch role. He's like, he's so good, he doesn't even need a switch role.
Yeah, when you're good at the role, you don't have to switch.
Yeah, it was great. It was
So good.
It was a golden,
So that's Ben's
golden
highlight. That doesn't even include any gameplay today. In terms of these 2, Wings and Faces, very difficult for both of them right now. I would never expect to be sitting here thinking, Wings need to win this game, otherwise they're in danger of not making the top 2. But that's the case, and they've had an awful day today.
I'm not surprised by this at all, Paul.
Nor was Peter either. Why
yeah.
are you not surprised? What is it about them that's not firing for them right now?
The winnings right there. You see that number, 9.73 million? It's like, we don't care anymore. We're done here. We're done.
I don't know. It's just like Wings just have looked real bad after TI. And every single time I come to a tournament, I'm like, oh, but this is the time they'll be back. Like they've said their time and time again. They'll be like, oh, we had stuff to do after TI. We kind of fell off, but we're getting back into the grind. And I believe that lie one too many times.
You're not falling for it anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Wings.
Nope.
This is not the Wings that we saw at TI.
No.
They're making more amateur mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't want to
to
single anyone out, but I am going to. Face BM, because last
Be
year...
beyond.
But
All right.
He's the
last
only
year-
good player.
But
on
last
That's what I was
year,
saying.
he was probably one of the best players in the world, if not the best player in the world, for a period of time last year. He's the only one doing anything in the team, it seems, right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Agreed.
That's where you were going. I was like, yeah.
But
when
he's
you
still
say
got-
I don't want to single someone, you can single someone out for something good. You said
But
I don't
I'm
want to single
basically
someone
saying
out.
the rest are rubbish at the moment.
Here you were like, I don't want to single anybody out. And I was like, Shadow. But
There's a lot of
apparently not.
euphemisms for that.
Yeah.
They're not in tune with the patch. It's, they're post-TI doldrums. whatever you
Seven's
wanna
not a
call it.
Wings patch, I've heard. I've heard that as well.
They were busy doing other stuff. That's what Jack told me. They were like
Yeah.
doing interviews and
Yeah.
all this other stuff, not playing Dota. That's
Yeah.
what they were doing in 2016, just Dota all the time, just on
Yeah.
the
They
grind.
were, weren't they? Yeah, and it seemed like they were in every qualifying, every tournament as well. And then they started getting invites direct, so they were playing direct invites. Still seem to be playing online a lot as well, practicing an awful lot. They go up against a team whose winnings pales into insignificance, of course, in comparison to theirs. And you'd imagine that despite that, they would be a bunch of youngsters. But actually, this is one of the most experienced teams here.
They do have a lot between Ice and Black.
And Blank and Nuts as well. Nuts has been around for a
Yeah.
while.
They've
He's been
losing
around for a
lot,
while,
though.
but he hasn't been super
Yeah, no,
successful
no.
in his team.
Sure. But
Mm.
Black seems to be reveling in this team. I mean, we spent a lot of time with him last year because poor old Dominic ended up at most of the events as a co-caster or as a piece of talent. And I say poor because he definitely didn't want to be there under those
he did
circumstances.
not.
He wanted to be playing. He would see an Invoker and he'd just be like, "Ah, no!" It'd be tearing his hair out because he'd want to be in the game. So I feel really pleased for him that he's able to come to a tournament and actually play in the tournament in the team. But he does seem to be reveling in that team right now. He's playing some. I saw him playing some AM.
It's something about some of these older school players that I flamed quite a bit over the last year and a half. Burning and Black. I was not happy with them as carries. And both of them over the last 3 or 4 months, they've changed their play to be a lot more aggressive, and I think it fits this patch so nicely. It's been wonderful to watch. I think both those players have actually exploded as their individual performances.
Yeah. Just shows that you know, just because you're an old dog, you can learn new tricks, Malini.
He still plays AM.
He still plays AM.
But with Ags, that's a new trick.
Yeah, different trick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He
I
got owned yesterday, though.
haven't seen him playing any Invoker here, but I haven't watched a huge amount of their matches.
They
but
never give him Invoker.
Yeah.
Always jabs.
Yeah.
We're going to have to
I want to see Ice
watch a Jakiro game.
Oh,
We've had one Jakiro
We
game.
do have a draft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right
we
here.
do have a draft, and we do have a Jakiro.
How happy
I
are you,
hate-
Paul?
I
They've done it.
hate being on panel with Paul.
Can we mute him?
They did it yesterday, and they won with it.
Jakiro's
They did
great.
it yesterday. Perfectly legitimate hero. Cap's not having any of this, by the way.
Yeah, this was just him and Slacks. They're just arguing about Jakiro the whole entire time. And I was like, who the hell cares? There's 9 other heroes in the game, and they just
Doesn't
want to talk
matter.
about one.
Doesn't matter. Who needs more heroes when you have a double-headed dragon in the game? It's like having 11 heroes.
Get out of here. I do like Jakiro, though.
It's good.
But
Good lane pushing.
do you...
Complementary to the rest of the team.
Is he really so valued that you are willing to pick him up 1-2?
They did yesterday as well, so they
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
do value him. But they're the only team here. Seriously, they are the only team here who prioritised him in any way, shape, or
Wow,
form.
you look through every other single team draft, and man, these guys did not pick Jakiro. Next team, oh man, these guys did not pick Jakiro either. Is that what you're yesterday? Was that what you did last night, Paul?
I may have looked at some drafts this morning.
Good
But
stuff.
do you not find it funny that it's Black as well? It's Black's team after what he was doing at TI.
What was he doing at TI? Oh, was that him who started
Well, I
that?
was doing that in Manila, and then he
Oh,
liked that. He
yeah.
thought that was funny, so he did that at TI. So yeah, when the draft finished, he was towards the end of the draft. He was a Jakiro.
You need a new
Hey, great
voice.
job, Paul. You planted that into his subconscious
did.
and lost him games.
I-
Good job. Congrats. You ruined Black's pro career.
And
That's
and now he's-
impressive.
and
I
now
don't think
his
any other
team's-
talent
and
has
now
done
his
that.
team's picking it.
Yeah.
It'll probably be Nuts as well that played it yesterday.
Look how Paul's he pulls out all this information about one hero. Like, go ahead, Paul. Like, the Jakiro's been picked up. Us analysts will step aside. You go ahead and give us all the stats and the players and all that sort of thing.
Oh, dear me.
Okay. I mean, it's just like Jakiro's just kind of like nice as an opening hero in some ways. Like, it's not because of the value that he has, but simply because he can accomplish a lot of different things. He's just a really strong laner. That's what I appreciate about him the most.
And
his
tower pusher.
dual breath.
Yeah.
He's like a better Shadow Shaman.
He is a better Shadow Shaman. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
And we've seen him pick 3 times.
And lost how many times?
3 times.
Probably. Yeah.
Twice with wings, admittedly, on first day, so yeah, it didn't work for them. In other news, CM Invoker is a slightly different opener, isn't it?
Not too different. I like Crystal Maiden. It's like a good fighting hero. And I think when I was watching Evil Geniuses and some of the adaptations they made today, and then
Liquid as well.
What is Black doing?
Liquid.
Did you see this?
Yeah.
He's making, is he like,
That's just Black for you right there.
These are black. This is
He
black
saw the
things.
Arteezy Reddit thread, and he's like, I'm going to get one of those.
I think he's trying to do a Slark impression.
No,
or
no.
something.
This is the
He's
black.
communicating to
this
his
is-
captain
this is-
what hero he wants to
This is
play.
the black goldfish. It's the goldfish sweep.
Give us more, Black. Why stop there? Okay, so now...
That genuinely was incredible.
I
All
wonder
right,
if I yell loud
before it
enough
was
if you can
Slark,
hear
but
me.
now he's putting his hand over his face. What does that like, symbolize? A mask or something?
Who has a mask? Centaur has
Alchemist.
a mask. Anti-Mage has a mask.
Andy Mage does have a mask, yeah.
This is the most bizarre draft I've ever done.
We're
I'm
playing
actually on a draft with
Dota.
Malini.
What is he doing now?
We're playing Dota charades with Black.
Whose mouth is like that?
I'm on a draft with Cap and Malini. Black's pulling faces, and I've put more analytical stuff into this draft than all of you.
I'm just reveling in
I don't understand what's going on.
Black, you are a masterpiece, man. Never change.
This is his pregame warm-up ritual.
Got to work out that lower lip, you know.
I need 5 wiggles pregame per pick.
Please, can we get back to the draft?
Yo, why are you on us? I'm not going to do any of that.
A Windrunner! What do you know? The only 2 heroes I know anything about, they've both been picked in the same game. Perfect.
Maybe he's doing like Morse code with his lip.
That is the first for this tournament as well. Windrunner, the first time we've had it picked. Isn't the first time we had a Tusk. Crit played the Tusk yesterday. It was you that was talking to Crit yesterday, wasn't it? Did I inadvertently give you too much credit?
I
think we
no,
were
I was talking
passing-
to Jerix. I think
Oh,
you
you were
actually
talking to
mistook the player.
You
I
were
was
talking
like,
to
I
Jerix.
did talk about that, but
someone,
that was with
it was
Jerix.
someone else. I was in the hallway. That was in the player lounge though.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I was in the hallway with someone yesterday, and we passed Crit, and he said, "Are we going to see your Tusk today?" Which is odd, because we were, and he said no, and then we did.
I'm players. They're all liars, man.
They're just trying to hide strats.
Why did they pick Wind Ranger? Okay, I mean this is going to be something about Faceless. I think they want to run a pretty fast lineup with the Jakiro. Now the Wind Ranger, they do have some pretty good pushing power. Their lineup comes online pretty quickly. I think they want to abuse that timing where Invoker is off farming at around 20 minutes, and his only real impact is most of the time just Sun Strikes, where he just kind of lays claim for a kill and continues to farm. So I think Faceless want to take advantage of that.
It could be
window.
Quas Wex Invoker. I think Blink's actually one of the players that plays Quas Wex Invoker the most of most of the Invokers.
Have you seen a Quas Wex Invoker in this tournament, though?
No, and I've seen a lot of them fail post 7.00.
Yeah.
But some of them do the transition very well. But I don't know. I think it probably would be better against like the Jakiro or Spirit, who's going to be surely knocking on your towers. Tusk is a weird one. Like, and none of the picks really make that much sense. Like Wind Ranger, there's nothing Wind Runner's really particularly good against here.
Yeah.
It's not like they really need a deep push from the power shot either. Shackle's good, but there's a lot of other heroes like Lena, Lashrak with multiple hero stuns that are a little bit more reliable.
So we're down with Wind Ranger mids. Probably pick up your offlaner next. Disruptor. So we have a core Tusk. That is also a first, right?
That is
I
a
haven't seen
first.
any core Tusks.
Used very much in a traditional support 5 yesterday.
Ben?
That XP gain. Oh, I've tried to make Cortus work as 1,
know you have.
as a 3. It is garbage.
It is so bad.
It's so
It's so
terrible.
bad. Oh yeah, I've tried it too. It doesn't work. I don't know. Maybe Wings has solved the secret.
Yeah. Well, we've also got an Alchemist, I guess, for Black on Faceless.
More likely mid?
Yeah. Now
More
he's
likely
mid, and like Faces are gonna do some sort of like aggro dual lane or something like that. Like I think they want to pressure somehow in this laning phase. Otherwise, like what's the point of having Wind Ranger? You could have just had a different carry, a different safe laner that utilizes farm better.
Why do we not see much Windrunner?
She just she's in a weird place right now where she doesn't do enough physical damage to be a threat. She's a little bit too squishy. This weird meme magic build that Ice Frog's trying to do with the power shot. I've seen it in pubs.
It's only good at 25, and it's hard to get 25.
Yeah.
She doesn't do enough later game as a support, but she doesn't do enough damage as a core.
Yeah.
She's in a really weird spot right now, and you can't really offlane her right now because she's not that great offlane. So I think she would be a good position. Like, she feels like a position 3 that always is. I don't know. It's just.
I feel like she's a pretty decent 4 position. It's just you don't have consistent performances with that hero, just because of shackle shots. So, and you want to have consistency out of your supports more than anything.
MKB owns you if you're a core badly. And, PA can actually, I think, do a lot despite being countered by that. But without Wind Run, she's just dead. But, I don't know. Maybe if they pull her Ags, maybe that's a solution. Make Wind Ranger a good core.
What is our pickup? I was about to say, I think it's a safe lane because they do Wind Ranger like Jakiro aggro, and then they just pick up some sort of hero that is good by itself. I was thinking Lifestealer, actually.
So what do they do here then with the Jug, the Elk?
Jug safe lane, Alchemist mid, Wind
Yeah.
Ranger, Jakiro off to pressure, or Spirit Room. Seems very likely.
Yeah, because you want Earthspirit to be free to do whatever he wants, so you need a safe laner who can just be by himself.
Nice.
Juggernaut,
Shadow's hero.
Lifestealer.
Yeah, what are we going for the 5th on Wings?